Alexander-Arnold, big up everybody, saves Liverpool. The legend Trent that announced that he's leaving saves Liverpool, gives them a massive step to go to the title, number 20, to match Manchester United. Absolutely brilliant goal. Brilliant left foot by Trent. Off the bench to absolutely score a wonderful goal. Of course, you guys know, you've watched the game. Liverpool have struggled, and Trent off the bench to absolutely get Liverpool across the line. Massive 3 points, of course. This is the Football Terrace. You're not surprised. This is Judge Mo. Hit that like button, people. Turn on the notification bell. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Will he stay? Can he stay? Will he change his mind? That is absolutely what is the talking point here out there. Can he stay at Liverpool? Do you want him to stay? Have you changed your opinion about Trent? I think we'll just talk about it. We'll talk about it, me and you. We'll get the panel on, but I want to hear your opinion. But let me just start in this game by saying Liverpool have absolutely created abundance of chances in this game. A lot of shots, like 10,000 corners, of course. They should have scored. They should have scored early. But listen, I want to say that Leicester City, I don't want to actually... I don't want to give them a lot of credit, but I have to give them credit about being resilient, defending deep, staying in the game until Trent scored. Of course, this Liverpool team, were you watching this Liverpool team? Do you think this is the best team in the league? I actually, when I was watching this game, Leicester City were resilient. And I have to say that they were actually good, like Liverpool. They were actually good, moving the ball from left to right, pinning Leicester City at the back, cross after cross, creating chances. But it's not up to the bar that we set. Okay, I'm saying we as Liverpool. Like Liverpool set throughout the season, of course. Hit that like button and let me know. Is this Liverpool team, does it need adjustment? Can you replace Trent? Is Conor Bradley good enough? Because you see what Trent offers, of course, off the bench. You can tell that Trent offers a lot of weight in this Liverpool team. He can win you 3 points like today. And he actually did. Arne Slot was brave. I just want to say a couple of things. Arne Slot was so brave today to put Trent on the pitch when he needed him. He didn't cave. He didn't listen to some of the fans like Tom Little, who said that I don't want Trent to play again. I don't want to see Trent wearing a Liverpool shirt. I bet you want to see him now. I bet you love seeing him now, right? When he scores a goal like this with the left foot, absolutely brilliant. And the people that say, I'm just going to say this. Castro here is saying Liverpool limping over the line. You're an Arsenal fan. You're 10 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool are definitely not limping over the line. It was expected, of course, that Leicester City will defend deep, that Liverpool will struggle. Of course, the people that are asking, Terry's not here. Listen, Terry has a little bit of personal issues, so that's why I'm here. Unless you think I'm not good enough to host the Football Terrace, you let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Do you think I can take over from Terry at some point and host the Football Terrace? Maybe especially in Man United streams, and he can be a guest and express himself. Maybe we can. At some point, we can convince him about that. But I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what people think about Liverpool. And a lot of people, and I'm just going to tell you this, there are a lot of agendas out there. There are a lot of agendas out there. When Liverpool were drawing, I was checking Twitter, and I see Arsenal fans and other fans saying, this is a weak league. You see, this Liverpool team is not as strong as what we think. And I completely disagree. Liverpool needed a win. They're actually not playing their best right back. He came off the bench. And listen, he scored a goal. So for me, I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, and I actually think that Arne Slot has done enough tactical adjustment in the second half to actually be more dangerous. There are a lot of questions about Mohamed Salah. He needs to score goals. He has not contributed enough lately. He has fell off a cliff a little bit since the PSG games and the criticisms and Mendes and being locked up in the PSG in the Champions League. And he's the one who should have carried Liverpool, of course, across the line. But listen, Liverpool are not only Salah. Today proves to you that Liverpool are not only Salah. That there is Trent, There are other players that can carry Liverpool. That there is the Trent that can does it. There is McAllister. I actually think McAllister was not bad. Gravenberch was not bad. 3 points is all what matters to Liverpool at the current moment. You can't tell me that at the end of the season now, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're looking at performance, you're analyzing the team, you're looking at how Liverpool play. When you're looking at the final run-in, the last games of Liverpool, all what you have to say is that all you need are just 3 points. All you need are just 3 points. Mo, do you think Liverpool attack needs reshuffling? Without a shadow of a doubt. Liverpool attack needs a little bit of vim in it. And it's not going to be Diaz. It is not going to be Gakpo. It is not going to be Jota. Jota missed couple of chances. I actually think that Liverpool need at least 2 starters up top. Salah is not going to be enough for you. I actually think because none of the things that people are talking about Liverpool and Mohamed Salah, I want to hear your opinion. Do you expect Salah to have the same exact season next season? Are you relying on Salah to have a wonderful season next one? Are you relying on him to say that he's going to be 47, 46, 48 GA? You definitely need a number 9 to carry the weight of Salah's shoulder. You definitely need a left winger to score goals. And I'm going to say here, and I'm going to just stand and say here, Liverpool need a midfielder to contribute more to the GA. You cannot go next season like this because you relied so much on Mohamed Salah's goals. Maybe the team has played fantastic. Van Dijk has been great. Konate has been amazing. Alisson has been good. The midfield has been good. But in terms of the goals that win you the games, you absolutely need other people to contribute, like today, like Trent who's leaving. You really need other forwards to contribute. We cannot sit here and say that Liverpool's forward line is good enough because one player is carrying the show, is scoring all the goals. JW here, big up. Finally, a good-looking host on the Football Terrace. Bro, I'm definitely better looking than Terry. That is just, I don't think that is even a question. I'm definitely better looking. I'm a little bit same age as Terry, but I'm definitely a better looking. Appreciate you so much. And let's see, who do we have here for the panel to actually talk about Liverpool, of course. We got K Mac. Mac is here with me. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations on the win. Fantastic win. Trent coming clutch. Have you changed your mind about Trent now? He's not a rat anymore. He's a legend.
No, I've not been saying Trent's a rat. I just wanted him to tell us what's going on. Isn't that like one of the first goals he's ever scored with his left foot, by the way?
No, I thought he scored before in the left foot.
He scored before with his left foot. Yeah, it was,
do you think wins like this, a goal like this, will actually solidify him as a Liverpool legend, even after leaving to Real Madrid? Or you still think that the way he left is still going to have a stain on his career at Liverpool? Because you remember, at the end, you need the wins, huh? You need the 3 points to win the title. And you struggled a little bit today. A goal like this, maybe he scores another goal or get another assist or something to get you over the line. People will start changing their mind about how they think about Trent. Guys, hit that like button. I don't know how many likes are we on, but make sure to turn on the notification bell and hit that like button. Go ahead.
I think it was a bit of a sliding doors moment, that goal, because if Arsenal would have lost, that would have been the winner, which would have got us the league. Like Trent leaving on that kind of goal to win a game to get us above Arsenal on the line and win the league, that would have been huge. It was weird, taking the top off, like pumping his fist, running into the crowd,
taking off the shirt, pointing at the shirt. It's kind of like this will always stay here. It will always stay here.
Stop pulling on my heartstrings. Stop pulling on my 100%. Heartstrings. I don't know.
But listen, are you upset about the performance a little bit and him coming off the bench?
We had 28 shots, 10 on target, hit the crossbar about 9 times. We just need the number 9 to put the ball in the onion bag. Slot knows what he needs. He knows what he needs, and he's going to go out and get it. He needs a number 10 and he needs a number 9 and he needs a new left back. But Costas played quite well today, by the way. We don't have enough goals. We have created so many chances. Mo Salah again, he's the one who's going to get the stick because he didn't score. but he did everything but score. Like, he put one on a plate for Jota that went over the bar when he should have just nodded it down. Like, what are you supposed to do when you head a ball? Like, you're supposed to head it down into the ground. Like, if he'd done that, he would have scored. Their goalkeeper was probably going to get man of the match, by the way, if he didn't let that goal in, according to Gary Neville. But it was a really good performance. Like, I'm not knocking Liverpool today. Like,
You haven't scored, though. Like, to be
game.
honest, you haven't scored. You needed Trent. We're going to talk about
We
Trent.
just
We're going to
need goals.
focus on Trent.
Just need goals. Like, I
Yeah,
think
but the goals
I think
are not
last, like,
there.
10 games. I think like the last 10 games, we've only had 6 goals from our forwards in the last 10 games. Like, it's just not good enough. Like, and you know, Salah's dried up
So
a bit.
you think you need a whole rebuild in the forward line?
Two.
At least 2 players, at least a left winger and a forward. What about the midfield, though? Do you think you need a midfielder to start contributing to the goals instead of Szoboszlai?
I think the midfield's fine. I think once we get, if we get a number 10 and we stop having to play this like Szoboszlai in this position and Curtis Jones in this position and just throwing people in that number 10 position, which just hasn't worked. I think if we get a proper number 10, then if we get like a Kudus or a Cherky or someone like that, like in the number 10 position, who can go past players, who can play a good through ball, who's got a bit of pace, I think we'll be fine. But we need to just like put Dominic Szoboszlai in midfield now. Like the experiment's over. Like, he's not working in that number 10 position, so just put him back in midfield.
Okay, Elijah, what are you to say about Liverpool? Do you think this Liverpool team is worthy of the title? They're good enough? And what do you think about Trent's celebration, my man?
I mean, it's crazy that Trent Alexander-Arnold took his shirt off, but listen, I do get that because Liverpool needed to win because if they didn't, then they have to go to Stamford Bridge and win that game so that they will become Premier League champions. But listen, in terms of today's game, Leicester is very unlucky because defensively and their goalkeeper made some big saves. Like Liverpool, like don't get me wrong, Liverpool had chances, when Salah hit the post, and indeed he hit the post as well, and all that stuff. But listen, if as we always say, if you don't try enough, then try it again. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, that's his first goal in his left foot in his entire career. And
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
I thought so.
I heard that from Sky Sports. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, man, like the fact that he's leaving just shows you he's going to be emotional because we all know that he's leaving Liverpool this season. So the fact that he scored a big goal for Liverpool against Leicester City was really good. So yeah, Liverpool deserved it, man, because Liverpool have only lost 2 games in the Premier League this season. Forest and Fulham. Other than that, they deserved it, man. They may not win the other games, such as the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup as well. But Liverpool, this season, have been superb. So if you know what I mean.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think Trent is making a mistake going to a Real Madrid team that will get a new coach, that needs a bit of more players after the humbling from Arsenal that happened? Liverpool are about to win the title. Liverpool are going to get players. Liverpool are going to get stronger from here on. Do you guys think he's making a mistake going to Real Madrid?
I feel like Madrid might need a bit of a rebuild. It seems like they are probably going to change a few things, and they look a little bit disjointed. Like the weird thing with Real Madrid is they've got some unbelievable kids, but they're not actually doing anything with them. And they're still relying on the old guard. And if you've got the likes of Modric going, like Toni Kroos has just gone, they rely on him so heavily. And they've
Alaba, there is Militao is injured. Yeah,
getting injured. Yeah, I don't know. I think he should stay with the project. Like the project is clearly going places. We've got the guy back, which put us on the put us top of the league, and we won the Champions League, and we were dominating with the signings that Edwards got. We still haven't had a window yet where he's been able to get those players. I just think you should stay with Liverpool. Like I genuinely do. Like we could win the league again next season if we put another 20 goals in that team, and we strengthen on the left hand side with a new.
You think you can be the best team in the world if you get like these and Trent stays?
I mean, you look at what we just did in the Champions League, like Champions League. Like we beat Real Madrid, who just won the Champions League before. We beat Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, who went unbeaten the whole of last season. You know, we've actually beaten some really, really good teams. AC Milan away, like, you know, we fell to PSG, which I also said was going to be one of our hardest games. PSG. I just feel that like he should stay with the project now, and that celebration's really got me giddy. Has it got you giddy as well, Rax?
Rack,
That celebration tore me up,
you
mate.
want the
It
guy
tore me
to
up.
stay now, huh? You're like, maybe this guy's thinking
I mean,
about it. You know, he hasn't signed the contract yet.
The thing is, there's been Liverpool fans saying that, you know, we spoke about it before, saying that, oh yeah, you know, he's dead to me and all this kind of stuff. If Trent signs a contract, everyone will forgive him, right? Even Steven Gerrard, arguably our Premier League GOAT. He was having phone calls with Mourinho saying, "I'm looking forward to playing for you next season." Right? We all forgave him, right? If he stays, we'll forgive him. If he doesn't, well, we'll see what happens.
I don't think Tom will forgive him, though.
You know what? Funny enough, I was one of the people.
forgive him.
I was one of the people early doors saying, "Doesn't matter what Trent wants to do. He's a you know, a Premier League."
You think he's a Liverpool legend already, even leaving the club like this?
So I do, but to be fair, Tom Little has kind of convinced me a little bit, and the closer we get to him potentially leaving, the more annoyed I'm kind of getting about it. So, you know, I don't know. But ultimately, how you feel is how you feel, right? No one's here to police anybody else's opinions or feelings on the matter. Let's just win the league. Let's get it over and done with, and let's see what happens. The thing is, whether Trent stays or whether he doesn't, there's bright. The future is bright for Liverpool, and that's the most important thing. That's what Liverpool fans want.
You really like one of the things that I'm gonna ask Elijah about this. You look at this team and you look at how much Salah has contributed to this team. He's about to actually break the record, and he's about to be the best player to ever have a season in terms of GA in the history of the Premier League. He's already broke the record for the 38 games. So basically, Salah has contributed the most out of any player in the history. And you look at this, and Salah has signed a new contract for Liverpool. I don't think he can replicate that season. That's a one-off season. No player has done this twice in their career, apart from Messi and Ronaldo in La Liga. Nobody has ever done this. You're looking at this team, and do you echo Rack about, yeah, I think Liverpool are going to be great. Even if Salah drops, we're going to go and get the signings. We're still going to be the favorites next season. We're going to be the team that is going to be on top. Do you think that?
Yeah, listen, I have to agree, because look at this, Mo. Andre Slot have only signed Chiesa, you know, when he first came in. And Liverpool are still winning the Premier League, which is absolutely crazy. Now, for me, if Trent does leave, then I still think Liverpool do need to sign in like a right back, because Bradley can be in that position, but he's a young player, if you know what I mean. So listen, if Trent does leave, then I feel like Liverpool may do this again, if you know what I mean, because Slot is an experienced manager. Last year, in 2024, he only lost one game, and that was at home at Nottingham Forest. So anything can happen. So I feel like this Liverpool team might do it again, but I feel like they still need to sign in a couple of experienced players so that they can at least try and challenge for the league again, and hopefully, you know, compete in other competitions, if you know what I mean.
The most important thing is that Virgil has stayed and that Mo has stayed. Trent is exceptionally important, don't get me wrong, but in a way, Trent is the most replaceable. Probably not with a single player, but we can adapt the way the team plays as a whole. But Salah and Virgil are unicorns, so replacing them is incredibly difficult, and they're playing at top level. I think we'll do a fair bit of business this summer, and we'll buy good players.
Do you think you can replace Trent though? Like, is there a player out there that can replace Trent, for example?
No, but this is the problem. We won't replace that Trent directly with one player. If there is one out there, I don't know. So maybe the geeks and the boffins in our recruitment team, maybe they've got their eye on someone. But you know, those types of players aren't very easy to find. But if we have a more conventional right back, maybe we look at either changing Szoboszlai from the 10 or adjusting the way we play. Maybe we change formation. There's various different ways we can do it, but we have to recreate the creativity that Trent gives us from other positions. Or maybe, and that also may mean other players have to stand up and take some responsibility because it's a tricky one. But the thing is, we're in a good place. Anybody who's going for the Premier League next season, they're going to have to come through us. We're the holders. We are the best team in the Premier League, and we go into next season the best team in the Premier League. Obviously, we'll see what happens in the transfer market, but right now, as a Liverpool fan, it's a weird one because I'm super confident about next season. I do feel like this season is kind of, even though we're going to win the league, it's kind of not petering out, but it's a foregone conclusion. So there's not as much tension there. The thing we as fans want, we always want a bit of tension. Arsenal aren't anywhere near us. They're not going to come back. They have to focus on the Champions League. So it's not the same level of jeopardy. But I'm still happy, and we should all look forward to the summer and look forward to next season because it starts all over again.
I want to go back to the Trent situation and his celebration, and K-Mac is saying it might mean something. I want to ask this question to you, Rak. Is he a Liverpool legend? Is he going to live like a Liverpool legend? Like, would he always be remembered as the legends of Liverpool?
My initial feelings are yes. I still feel like yes, he will be. Sometimes players that you don't even necessarily leave in the best way, but after a while, time's a healer, right? If Trent does go to Real Madrid, and then he comes back and he retires, say he retires there, and he ends up coming back and playing in Legends games and stuff like that. I think he'll get a good reception eventually. Right now, obviously, I'm getting a bit annoyed by the whole situation. It's turned into a bit of a circus, and I don't want him to go. If he re-signs, all will be forgiven. That's just a fact, because as football fans, that's all we care about. If he doesn't and he goes, at first my initial thoughts were he goes, he's a Liverpool legend, he goes with our blessing, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But it does leave a bit of a bitter taste, the fact that if he does leave.
He does. He leaves. If he leaves as one of our greatest ever right backs in history.
Yeah, true. That's true.
What I do want to say though, like you can't have it both ways. Like Liverpool fans, you can't have it both ways. You can't win the league and play scintillating football every single game of the season. That's just not how it works. It's never been able to be done like that. Okay, you can't have it both ways. Like, you either want the league won or you don't. Because if you start playing crazy football and try to dominate games and try to win games by ridiculous goals, you'll end up conceding goals and you'll end up losing games. The way we're playing is we're playing great football until a certain extent, and then we're not putting the ball in the onion bag. We've done it all season. We haven't scored enough goals. We've had many chances, but we haven't scored enough goals. But what we're doing is we're playing football so we don't lose games. We've lost 2 games all season, 1 away and 1 at home. And both those games we could have won. We could have won both those games. We had enough chances, but we didn't. You can't have it both ways, fans. Seriously, we're about to win the league. We're 13 points ahead of Arsenal.
We win our next 5 games. We finished the season with 94 points,
which
by any account is incredible. Any team, very, very, very few teams have ever got over 90 points right in a season. There's I think maybe 1 or 2 United teams, 1 Arsenal team. I think the Invincibles got over 90 points. There's very few Chelsea. I think we did. Yeah, I think Chelsea's Conte team got 95. So if we finish with 95, I mean. And we win the league, or we're winning the league anyway. It's just a question of when it happens. Look, Egal has promised me when I go on his show that when we win the league, me as a Liverpool fan, he will give me a guard of honor, and I'm going to hold him to that. So, it's going to be fun.
I don't know why people are so hung on this guard moment.
We should enjoy the rest of the season.
I don't know why people are so hung on this guard of honor thing from Arsenal, as they want to have it remembered in the history. I don't understand.
Mo, the thing is, right? Generally speaking, I don't mind Arsenal. I think Arsenal's a classy club in general. But this season in particular, they've really annoyed me. And the reason why they've annoyed me, because it's every single game, they're like, Liverpool is lucky. This has gone their way. That's gone their way. The PGMLs are in their favour. It's like, fine, if you want to moan, that's fine. But it's like they're actually taking it away. They're trying to suggest that our title victory is not legitimate. And after a while, it just kind of grinds your gears a bit. Like, grow up, man.
Listen, a lot of Arsenal fans are salty because they thought they're gonna win this title. A lot of Arsenal fans are salty because they were unlucky this season with injuries, and Liverpool were more lucky with injuries. And they're like, if we had our team, we would have won the title. Might yes, but I'm sure that it would have given you better competition for this, better contention, like better title race. But they haven't, to be honest. Like, that is the honest truth. That Arsenal didn't give you the title race that we expected because of the injuries they had. I'm not saying that they would have won the title, but they definitely would have given you a better title race.
If we finish the season with 94 points,
we're going to get points that they can't achieve. So it doesn't matter what they say. They've never had that many points. So it wouldn't have mattered.
Again, I don't really want to talk about them too much but they've been talking about us all season, and it just gets a bit tiresome sometimes because we're there doing our thing. You guys do your thing, and then we can talk. But we're doing our thing. They're not doing theirs, and then they're moaning about it. Like, it just gets a bit annoying sometimes. But hey, that's football. I understand. Thing is, a little bit of rivalry here and there, or taking the piss a little bit here. I get it. But it's actually like, oh yeah, look, these guys are only winning it because of the PGMOL. And like, if we end the season 94 points, like I said, there's only Chelsea who've got 95 points, City and Liverpool who've ever got that many number of points before.
I'm sorry, guys. I just watched Bologna score a goal against Inter, bro. Oh my God, I was behind. Oh my God, this is horrific. Oh my.
Wow.
It's the 94th minute. It's the last minute. I know this is a Liverpool match reaction, but bro, this is horrific.
Wow.
Is that to lose or to draw, Mo?
To lose, bro. We just lost 1-0 away from home.
Are you on the same points? You on the same points as Napoli?
We're going to be on the same points at Napoli now. This is horrific.
Oh
my God, bro.
What are you going to say to Salad now, Mo?
Bro, we're not going to still lose this league. I'm convinced that we're going to win this league, bro. Listen, I just shut down the game, to be honest. There's no time left.
It's an overhead kick. It was an overhead kick.
It's an overhead. Yeah, it's a sideways kick, to be honest with you. Anyway, we're still top of the league anyway. Guys, I've tried to host a football show here and Inter give me this, bro. How bad is this? In the day I'm hosting the Football Terrace, this happens to Inter in the 94th minute. How unlucky I can be, bro. With a goal like this. I don't think it could get worse than this, bro. Like, it's actually ridiculous, to be honest. At least like the video, people. Elijah, about Liverpool and Mohamed Salah. Do you think that Mohamed Salah carried Liverpool this season?
Yeah, because obviously he's got the most goals and the most assists, and he also broke the record. So Alyssa Mo Salah is a world-class player. We all know this, because without Salah, I don't think this Liverpool team will win the league, if you know what I mean. So he has, but there's players the likes of Trent, all of these players that have scored, for Liverpool this season, the McAllister, all of these players. But I think Mo Salah has been Liverpool's best player this season, and that's why Liverpool fans should be glad that him and Virgil van Dijk is staying, because if all of three of them leave, then I don't think Liverpool next season will be challenging for the title.
But do you think Salah will contribute the same next season, though?
No.
Well, I mean, I feel like not really, but I feel like I see Mo Salah next season just having more 20 goals and assists once again, because he does this consistently every single time, every single season, if you know what I mean. So I don't think he'll be the same or more than this season, but I see him like getting more 20 goals and assists again, because he's a world-class player.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll hit those numbers. I think this is a once in a career, once in a decade season, really, when you think about it. Who's got this number? Maybe Thierry Henry. He got 20 and 20. I don't know who was the last person to get anywhere these kind of numbers. So it's a once in a decade season from Salah. I don't expect him to do that. I still expect him to get high teens, early 20s in goals, and double figures in assists for sure. But again, we're going to strengthen this summer. We'll buy a striker. We'll probably buy like a wide someone to play off the left or a 10 or something like that. So we'll supplement that attack, and then we don't have to rely so much on Mo being, playing out of his skin for the whole season.
Mm.
Well,
Well, I
you
will
have to
say,
look at-
And actually, and that will also make it easier for Mo as well, because if you've got to focus on other players, because right now, especially this last third of the season, I think people have been really focusing on Salah. If people have to focus on our centre forward, he's not going to miss incredible numbers of opportunities like Nunes has this season and previous seasons. If there's other danger, then they have to look after that too.
What you have to
Well,
look at with Mo as well this season is there's also other factors as well. It's the fact that we've got a manager in who clearly doesn't rate his forward line. Like, he doesn't rate Jota, he doesn't rate Nunes. I'm not really sure how he feels about Diaz, to be honest. But Mo's created 29 big chances for our forward line this season. Trent's created, I think, 11 big chances for our forward line this season. And the rest of our forward line have created 9 big chances for themselves. Like, that's how poor the other forwards have been this season for themselves. So Mo Salah's had to do a lot of the work on his own. And that's just down to Slot. Like, Slot's looked at that and gone, okay, where am I going to get the best output from in my forward line? Well, the other guys just aren't good enough. They're not doing the job. He's already said it, God knows how many times, that we don't score enough goals, and that's what he wants out of them. So it's basically passed the ball to Mo. Like, get the ball to Mo as much as he can. Mo will create as much as he can. Next season, we'll have a better number 9 and potentially a better left winger or a better number 10, which means there's going to be more creativity, there's going to be more assists, and there's going to be more goals coming from those areas, which means that the burden isn't going to be with Mo the whole time. And that's going to help Mo as well. Like, but it will also.
Well, I think we'll see what happens with Mohamed Salah. One of the things is that you need to look at this and say that how Mohamed Salah, people will only remember this last part of the league and the PSG game. People just tend to forget what Mohamed Salah has done for Liverpool over the season. I actually think that Mohamed Salah has carried Liverpool to this title like no one else did before. I don't think anyone has carried a team like this ever to a title. No one else is contributing as much as Mohamed Salah, by the way. Let's just establish something. Factually speaking, no one has contributed to the league like Mohamed Salah ever in a 38 game. No one ever has done it. So basically, Mohamed Salah carried Liverpool to the title. If it wasn't for Mohamed Salah, Liverpool would not have won the title. Yes, he's a part of Liverpool team, but this is an out of this world season, to be honest, for someone. But people will only remember this last part.
What I will say, Mo, is that I feel like Liverpool next season all of the players need to step up, because they cannot really rely on Mo Salah, carry Liverpool, if they want to win the title. It's like Cole Palmer last season, where he carried Chelsea into Europe, because if it was for Palmer, that we would have been below 10th, 6th in the league, if you know what I mean. So I feel like Mo Salah will do it again next season, but I just think Liverpool doesn't have to really rely on Mo Salah, because Liverpool have really good players, the likes of Luis Diaz, McAllister, Gravenberch. So all of these Liverpool players need to step up next season, if you know what I mean.
I disagree with this a little bit. But I don't think Luis Diaz needs to be here. I don't think Nunes needs to be there. I think Diogo Jota has fallen off a cliff. I genuinely think that Liverpool need a new front line next to Mohamed Salah. As for McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch, McAllister has only contributed 2 more GA than Odegaard this season, who's having a horrific season for some people. He's not tasked to create.
Yeah,
Max got 7 goals this season.
In the league, he has contributed 6 GA, 4 goals into something like this, or 4 assists.
But we can't look at everything through the lens of just GA, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Of course, GA is important, but that's not McAllister's primary role. So ultimately, the team wins. Yeah. So this is an all-time season for Salah, and we are exceptionally happy to have him and that he's staying. And you're right. Next season, I don't expect him to have as good a season because you don't have these. This is a once in a decade season, once in a generation season. So other players will have to step up. But I'm confident that we'll recruit, and the people that we bring in will step up. And my opinion, at this point we go into next season as the favourites.
You go next season as favourites, even if
Yeah.
Arsenal bring in a Gyökeres and a left winger.
But I mean, okay. It depends what happens, right? If Mo Salah plays a pre-season game, breaks his leg, Virgil van Dijk falls over, does his ACL, and then we're left with playing with kids, then of course not. But I'm saying right now, as it stands right now, we're the favourites, and I'm confident we'll improve the team even further. So we're the team to beat.
You're not.
100%.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Why do I not see it like this? I see it like between
Because
Arsenal and
we're 13
Liverpool
points
again.
ahead of we're 13 points ahead of the next team.
But
Rak just said if Salah got injured and Van Dijk got injured, literally Arsenal had injured. I'm not trying to create a controversy here.
They just don't, by the way.
Of course not, Mo. You say that with a little halo on your head. No, look, Arsenal will be there. But I still think we're the better team. And I'm also super confident in our recruitment staff and the people we're going to bring in, the players we bring in. I'm confident they're going to come in.
So there is no leopard in the tree stuff next season. No leopard in the tree. No people, you're saying it from now. Liverpool are favourites for the Premier League next season. Here we go. We can make you full screen, and you can just tell the people, so no one can come back and say we didn't.
Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. For me, right now, if we're the holders, the vast majority of times in the past, the people who are holding the Premier League, they go into the following season as favourites. I don't see any reason right now to suggest that's not the case. My mind may change, but right now we're the favourites. We're the best team. We're going to win the league, and we're going to have a party. We're going to have a good time at the end of the season.
You see the same, Elijah, that Liverpool are favourites next season.
I mean, it's tough because City are looking to get back to the title race. Since this season they haven't been that great, and I feel like Arsenal will do it again. But I feel like Liverpool, if they can sign in a few experienced players, then I see them as favourites. But I feel like it's going to be a tight one, if you know what I mean, because I feel like City will do it. I feel like City are looking to sign players so that they can be back in the title race, and I think Arsenal will be there. But if Arsenal don't get signing an experienced striker, defender in the midfield, then I don't see Arsenal, back in the title race. But it's going to be tight next season. But I feel like Slot might do it again.
I'd be shocked if City didn't spend at least £200 million in the summer. I expect them to spend that kind of money. I expect Arsenal to spend 100, 150. But I trust our recruitment to do better with the money that we have, and I think we'll also spend significant funds. There'll be a big turnover in the squad. I think obviously Núñez is going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if Diaz goes. I think there's going to be other players. Maybe Harvey Elliott goes. There's going to be a lot of turnover, but with the players that we sell and the players we bring in, whoever they may be, I don't even know who they're going to be, but I think we'll be there. We'll be there, and maybe City and Arsenal also going to be there. But I think we're the favourites right now.
Ajit no here saying, bro, you're definitely better looking than Terry. Love your analysis. Keep up the good work, my bro. I think that's a fact. Khalas, that is established already. I'm better looking than Terry. But Mo, Bologna are fighting for top 4. They are. That's why it's very tough to win against Bologna away from home. But that's for a different day. Of course. Mohammed Al-Azabi saying, Mo, are you bottling the league to Napoli? I don't think so. I still think we're going to win the league. By the way, you don't know if in Serie A, if two teams are equal in points, they play another game. We play there's no head-to-head, there's no goal difference. Wow. But I still believe that Inter will do the game. But it's just that the Bayern Munich game took a toll on Inter, to be honest, today. We couldn't break Bologna. We don't have Marcus Thuram, and we had absentees. But anyway, that's for a different day. But thank you, Mohammed, for the super chat. About the squad and next season, you guys don't think that Robertson needs replacement? You need a new right back. You need... I actually look at this Liverpool squad, and I think you need a lot next season, right? To be able to replicate this season again. Especially because what happened to Arsenal this season and all the stuff and the falling off and all the stuff. You guys don't think that you need a lot of players?
Slot said it in his press conference, didn't he? He said what he's really happy about is the fact that he's kept his spine. And if you're talking about the likes of your Allisons, your Virgils, your Canates, your McAllisters, your Gravenberches, your Salahs, that's kind of a spine. And then you just add the bits on the side. Look, we need a better left back. We all know that because Robertson's not produced any assists this season from that position. We've had lots of different right backs, like in and out, like we did last season and we have this season. So whether we keep Trent, whether Bradley becomes a starter, like Bradley looks great, by the way. Like had a really good game today, I thought. And then you've got the likes of Mo Salah stayed there, so he's there on the right hand side. We need a number 9 who can score goals because we've been putting up with people that keep on missing all season, and now we've got guys that aren't even hitting the back of the net with really big chances. Like, how many chances do we have today with Jota? Like, he hit the crossbar, he missed like an open goal. And Diaz had one which went wide, which was like a really big chance. Like, these just need a really good number 9. Get me a Victor Osimhen, get me an Isak, get me someone who just stands in that position and can score goals from there. And you also have to look at the fact that Slot hasn't signed the player yet, apart from Chiesa, which I don't think was his. I think that was a Richard Hughes signing. So, and Slot clearly doesn't rate him because he didn't even put him on the bench today. So we need a bit of turnaround, but I don't think we need as many players as people's talking about. Like, get me a Kirkes, get me a Osimhen, maybe get me a Kudus. And honestly, I think we're still good to go. Like, genuinely, we're good to go.
I expect us. I think we'll sign at least 5 players this summer. That does sound like quite major surgery, but I think it is. No, I agree. It is a lot, and historically, you very rarely see that, especially when you come to first team players. But with the players that I think will go, I think we need to look at that level of recruitment. I think we'll go for a left back. I think we'll go for a centre back to either play or rotate with Konate, perhaps, or depending on Konate's situation. Obviously, the boy at Bournemouth is the guy we're looking at. I would still personally look at a defensive midfielder or someone else who can play a third player to play in that midfield, a left wing and a striker. So those are the 5 areas that I would look to strengthen. And then obviously the issue comes if Trent does go, what do you do about it? Do you just wait for the right player and maybe persist with Bradley? My question with that is obviously his injury history and he's still a young kid. Do you want to put that kind of level of scrutiny on him? But I expect us to strengthen those 5 positions. They're the positions also that we've been looking at strengthening, because I think on the left we probably are either Jota or Diaz. I think will also go. In which case, it'll be interesting to see what we do with that position. So,
Empty saying, I blame Arsenal for the drop off in the league. Of the 12 draws, 8 were winning positions. Yeah, true. Arsenal has not played well this season enough.
The problem is with that kind of analysis, though, you can always go back and look at points where you drop points, but you also have to marry that with what's realistic. Okay, of those 8 are winning positions, sure, but you're not going to win all 8 of them because that's just not how football works. Otherwise, people will end up with 114 points over 114 at the end of the season. Like, if you go back and you work these things out and say, okay, this was in the winning position, that's 3 points for us. It's like when Arsenal drew against Brighton. Yes, Arsenal winning 1-0. Yes, they had a player sent off, but it still doesn't guarantee the fact that you're going to win the game. It always happens.
But you also have to look at our points that we've dropped. Like, we dropped,
exactly.
We dropped from a winning position against Newcastle away from a goalkeeper error, which basically got a draw for them. And then you also have to look at the Everton game.
That's what I mean. I don't retrospectively look back and think, that's 2 points dropped there, because over the course of a season you will drop points.
Exactly.
Teams aren't perfect.
Exactly.
And Arsenal are not perfect as well.
2 games we dropped 4 points in the last minute of the game. Like, the league would be won now if those points were 3 points.
And the same goes for other teams as well. But listen, for this Liverpool team, I just want to say something. I'm just happy for Mohamed Salah. I'm Egyptian, and I'm just happy for the guy. That his name will always be written in the history books. He is going to be one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League. He's the best player to ever play for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool legend with 2 league titles and a Champions League and 2 other finals. He's definitely the legend for Liverpool. He's going to break the record. So his name will always be in the history books without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm so happy for him. And nobody can argue like aesthetics or whatever you want to call it. Hazard this, hazard that. Mohamed Salah has just proved you wrong this season by being a 32 years old, getting 45 GA, about to break the record. He just proved you wrong. Just sit down, be humble, take it. It's just that the problem is people just don't understand that when a player at 32 break the record, it is something that never happened before. That's the thing. And it's not that the team serves him. The guy plays right wing, for God's sake. He's not doing tap-ins at the end. He's literally winning penalties. He's scoring goals. He's assisting. He's actually, factually speaking, as Mac has said, the number 1 in big chances created. That means it's not only about the penalties and the goals. It's about his playmaking abilities that are absolutely above and beyond and better than anyone else in the league, including, and I'm just saying, everyone. Like your favorite player, he created more chances than him. If Liverpool had a striker out there, Mohamed Salah would arguably have had 60 GA or something like this in the league.
Look
but people don't talk about that.
Nunez missed last season.
That's
Salah could have had about 20 assists last season.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. He will always be remembered, by the way. 8 seasons, only 1 season, I think, when he had less than like 30 GA, only 1 season, he had less than 30 GA. I think that is crazy, actually.
Crazy.
In the stats. And football is about putting the ball in the back of the net. And he does it. He just does this. And don't compare him to any other player, to be honest. Don't compare him to Hazard or anyone else. I don't think they are on the same table, especially with this season that is done. He carried the team to win a league title, to be honest. He carried the team to a league title. That is not easy, to be honest. At the age of 32, by the way. He's finished.
Way, guys, thanks for tuning into the Egyptian Football Channel, hosted by Fully Judge Mo. But tune in next week for more Egyptian football updates.
I'm a massive Salah fan. Massive Salah fan.
I'm a massive Salah. I don't know why people hate Mohamed Salah. I don't understand.
Oh no, it's crazy.
I hate the fact that he left Chelsea to go to and then he's on. You know, he's a Liverpool player and he's doing like that. You know. But Salah's a good player, you know.
We tried to get him back, by the way. He tried to get him back this season.
Well, you signed him, so it's too late. It's too late.
I think it's done now, huh? I think it's done. Without a shadow of a doubt. He's staying at Liverpool. I'm not saying we had better chances. I believe we would. I'm not saying we had a better chance. I believe it would be closer, not 13 points. If it was not AMD, can you clarify? Are you talking about the injuries or the points that you missed, or what is that? I'm just going to tell you something. Arsenal don't have a Mohamed Salah. And I think Mohamed Salah was the difference in the 2 teams. That's it for me. Mohamed Salah was the difference between the 2 teams. And he's part of Liverpool and he's the difference between the 2 teams. What are we going to say, Mac?
I think what's really interesting about Mo, and Rax will probably agree with me on this one. If you look at Mo's numbers now and the fact that he's just signed a new 2-year contract, I think he's after Rooney's records, Rax. He's after Rooney's assists and goals records.
Oh yeah,
that he's got. He's not far away from both of them, and I think he can probably get them in like the next year and a half. And that's funny. That just makes me
injuries. He's saying the injuries. He's saying the injuries. I believe if the injuries were not there for Arsenal, Arsenal would have been closer, to be honest. They might not have won the league, but they might have been closer. And the pressure would have been different on Liverpool in some games. Injuries are part of football, but you cannot just sit here and say that Liverpool, their best player was not injured for the whole season, and Arsenal's best player was injured for 3 months. That makes a difference in the teams. But injuries are, do you blame Arsenal for not preparing well? Without a shadow of a doubt.
We were still 8 points ahead of Arsenal before Saka got injured. I just want to make that
Remember,
clear.
they had Odegaard as well. They had Odegaard injured as well.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you think Arsenal would have been if they'd lost their goalkeeper for half a season?
Oh, they would have been absolutely nowhere.
Well,
we
But
did.
that's the difference.
We did.
Yeah, but that's the difference. The difference is Liverpool prepared very well for that situation by having a proper goalkeeper as a backup. Arsenal don't.
But also, I think the thing that Slot needs to be given some credit for is that he's changed the way that we play, so we're not quite as intense. We don't play. There aren't the physical demands on our play this season have not been the same as the physical demands placed on the team and the squad in previous seasons when we played under Klopp. I'm not having a dig at Klopp. I'm just saying that he's changed that. I think Arsenal arguably are the most intense team in the league, and when you play at that level, bear in mind they played that intense for the last 2 seasons before this. So you're going into the 3rd season playing in that manner. At some point, that's going to take a physical toll on you, whether you're young or you're old. And obviously, I really like Saka. I was in a way I was kind of cheering for them a little bit when they beat Madrid the other day, and when I saw some of the stuff that Madrid players were doing to him after he missed the penalty and after he came off after they won the game, I was even more happy for him that he stuck it to him. But you know, he's been one of the players who's played non-stop. What's his name? Odegaard has been one of the players who's played non-stop, and they lead the press, and they have to be physically at peak condition. But athletes, these are elite level athletes, and you're that far away potentially from an injury when you play at that level. And this season it hasn't worked for them. So do they continue to play like that, or does Mikel Arteta? He has 2 other options: bring in more players who may play in the same way, or maybe take it down a notch and adjust the way you play. It's going to be interesting to see. That this is one of the things that's going to we'll find out next season, and it may be one if Arsenal do change the way they play, maybe they can go the extra mile it takes, or take the extra steps they need to win the league. I think they'll be there. I think they'll be close. I think City will be close.
You think they're going to be less? We'll see. We'll see. The injuries, it's not the injuries, it's excuses. Listen, a lot of people are saying the excuses for Arsenal or not excuses, and Liverpool. At the end, Liverpool are the best team in the league. With all of that injuries, to be honest. Liverpool have the best player in the league. They have the best defender in the league this season, right? And that is enough for them to actually win the league title. And that's it. It's number 20. Congratulations to Liverpool. We just move on from here and just say to Man United that you're not the biggest team in England, or you cannot claim to be the biggest team in England because you have double the Champions Leagues and you have the same exactly league titles. So no one could talk to Liverpool fans. They're over the moon. I'm just happy for Liverpool fans, to be honest.
I think what makes me laugh as well is there's also the element of, oh well, the league's not been that competitive. Well, Manchester United are 15th, Tottenham are 17th, and they could possibly be in the Europa League final, both teams. Chelsea are also in the semi-finals of their cup competition. Like, the English teams are quite possibly going to win every competition in Europe. And we've got all the fans saying that the league isn't competitive. I'm sorry, but the league is more competitive than it's ever been for me right now. It is. Like,
yeah, 100%. Listen, I'm just gonna say, like, listen, I'm gonna say thank you everyone for tuning in. Hit that like button before you go. Congratulations to Liverpool and all the teams that won today. The Premier League title is gonna be.
Congratulations to Trent.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah. Listen, thank you everyone for joining us. This will take you to MHF, where me and Osam will talk more about Trent and Liverpool and all what happened today, about Chelsea as well, and all what happened. I want to thank you, Elijah. Thank you,
Check
Matt,
out my
and
channel as well, guys. I'm about to put it in the chat. Okay, I'm big enough.
Yeah, guys.
Here,
Yeah,
right?
make sure you subscribe as well. I put in the
Guys.
private chat as well.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here, and we're out of here, people.